The folks who oversee SouthPark in Charlotte, they shared their 2035 vision plan detailing the next 10 years of projects and growth that they are planning for the area. Our Jason Puckett was at that event today. He joins us now live in SouthPark. So Jason, what kinds of things were talked about today?
Well, one of the things we heard a lot of were numbers. One I want to reference to you was 65. That was the total number of projects and plans they say they have in place leading up to 2035. Another big number, perhaps the most important, $250 million. That's the number they say this entire plan could cost if it works as written. I want to show you some of the renderings that they provided to us earlier today. That was SouthPark Community Partners handing those out. They show a bit of what SouthPark could see changing in the next decade, including an updated Symphony Park, creating a half acre of green space around the SouthPark Regional Library, and turning Carnegie Boulevard into a much more walkable and open space. There was also a large focus on travel today, including additional walking paths and transportation options. Adam Rue, the president and CEO of SouthPark Community Partners, said the new 2035 vision plan is meant to help a broad number of people.
It's a plan for the family in Fair Meadows whose walk to a local bakery could be 60% shorter with better, safer, and more joyful pedestrian connections from their neighborhood. And it's a plan for the entrepreneur who's creating jobs, who's growing our economy, and who's ready to scale up.
Now, SouthPark Community Partners also said that they plan to actually contribute $1 million over the next 3 years to sort of kickstart this 2035 vision plan off. Of course, a lot more details in this plan. As I mentioned, 65 projects and programs over the next 10 or so years. If you want to check out any more of those details, make sure you head to our website, WBTV.com. For now, here live in SouthPark, I'm Jason Puckett, WBTV, on your side.
I'm sure lots of people are going to want to weigh in on all of this. Jason, appreciate the update. Let's get back to the weather here this afternoon.